Welcome to Wild Breakaway. I'm Audra Martin, joined by Ben Clymer. The Arizona Coyotes put up 6 shots on goal in the first 2 periods of action here tonight at the XL Energy Center, but yet somehow were able to battle back, forcing overtime, eventually winning this one in a shootout 2-1 over the Minnesota Wild. And when you add all that together, especially the fact that really the Wild dominated the first 40 minutes of this game in all aspects, you can't help but ask yourself, how is it even possible that this one ends up this way?
Well, it's possible because they put 17 shots on the net in the third period when it matters most. A great tribute to the resiliency of that team, the coaching of the team, the structure of that team. But also, you know what they did? They were patient because early on, they didn't have their legs in the first period. You move into the second period, well, they started to get a few things going, but the Minnesota Wild still dominated. Then at some point, all of a sudden you think, well, we're on the road, 6 shots through 40 minutes. We might be able to just steal this one right here. Then, conversely, for the Minnesota Wild, you think, gosh, we've done everything we can do through 40 minutes. Doubt can kind of creep in. So there's that emotional, I guess, yin and yang to that effect as well. But the bottom line is the Minnesota Wild played their game very nicely for 40 minutes. The final 20 minutes, not so much. And the Arizona Coyotes came out and played a real solid third period.
Here's tonight's final stats. Again, shots on goal, this one just disappointing because at one point the Wild had 5 times the amount of shots the Arizona Coyotes did have. They were able to battle back, though, like you said, 17 shots in the final third period, proving why they are one of the best third period teams in the NHL. And again, the power play struggles seem to be back for the Minnesota Wild, going 0 for 2 on the advantage tonight. Here is Mike Yeo and his thoughts on his team heading into the upcoming All-Star break.
Going to break, you know, we just got to come out of this the right way. That's as simple as that. This is, you know, we're right now when the game's on the line, we're not making the winning play, and you know, whether it's protecting a lead, whether it's getting a lead, you know, it's when the game's tied. Right now, we're not making the winning play, and that's what we have to fix here.
Here's a look at what's next for the Wild. The Minnesota Wild have the longest break in the NHL with 7 full days away from game action. But when they do come back, it's Tuesday night against the New York Islanders, and that kicks off a stretch of 6 games where they face teams that, as it stands right now, are all playoff contending teams. So you want to get off to a good start Tuesday against the Islanders.
They're going to get to know the Metropolitan Division quite well because they're going to play the top 3 teams in the Metropolitan Division. And going to finish it off with the Washington Capitals. And we'll throw a little spice on there. The Dallas, well, yeah, they're pretty good. They're doing quite well this year. I might be concerned about that. But here's the thing. They always talk about there's not an easy game in this league. Well, you're going to play teams that are playing playoff hockey. These are teams that are not only in the playoffs, but competing for the upper echelon of the playoffs. Going to be a good opportunity for the Wild to see exactly where they stand over a prolonged period of time.
All right, well, we'll see how this team rebounds after the 7 days away from game action. We get back to work Tuesday night against the Islanders. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, for Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.